it's Robin, RS Island Crafts, and welcome to my studio. This is my Whip It Wednesday video where I'm going to show you the crafty goodness that I've been working on. Hopefully the sounds of the storm aren't too distracting today. We have a lovely thunderstorm going on outside. Lots of lightning, rain, and thunder. No complaints. We've needed the rain for a while. Thank you guys for watching the video on cleaning the wool mat. For the most part, this is the tool that I'm going to use because I like to clean off the threads every day when I'm done at the end of the day of sewing, just to keep it nice looking. And then I can go ahead and use either the gypsy quilter or the cat tool or something like that if my mat needs a good refresher, if it maybe gets compressed too much or something. But I find that this works just as fine for me. I do find it interesting though that the arrows have it going this way, and then when you turn it over, the arrow has you going that way. I've had a really great creative and crafty weekend this time. I had a full week of have-tos and got-tos, and I need to do this and I have to do this, plus all the videos and stuff that goes along with, you know, running the YouTube and the Patreon and all of that. But this weekend, I just felt like I was just in the groove. I was just working. I worked Saturday all day, and then I worked Sunday all day. Now on Saturday, I finished up the top of my cactus table runner. And the person that I'm making for said this is just what she wanted. She loves it. Oh, I don't know about just what she wanted, but she loves it. So I thought, perfect. I really like this white on white checkered fabric. It's adding a nice little touch to my projects. Now, last time I showed you, I just had the little bits all cut out and sewn together, the arms and such, and I told you I was going to have to figure out all of those measurements, and I could have easily just taken it and figured it out by math and said, okay, if this measures this much, how much is that? But I just plunked my ruler down, figured out what it was, quick and simple that way, and then just multiplied it out by 3 so that I could sew all of them up and they would look about the same. So I just need to go ahead and get this quilted and decide how I'm going to quilt it. I think I might just do some simple diagonal quilting. I could echo quilt around each of the cactus and then maybe do a little something here and a little something there. Or like I said, I might just do a bunch of diagonal just one way. I might cross hatch it. I could go the other way. But that's for a problem for another day. My creativity and my time only allowed this much on Saturday. Because in addition to this, I also worked on these little mini quilts, these trees. These are the trimmer tree from Pat Sloan's. They're from a button club. I made one with my patrons earlier in the week, and then on the weekend I finished up the other 2. I have ordered some buttons to come in, some special holiday buttons to decorate the trees, but I think I'm going to leave one of them just plain as a tree as it is because I really like just the look of these trees. I think maybe one of these, and then this one, I feel like this one can use some nice decorations just to balance everything out, or who knows what I might choose. Again, I bought several yards of this white on white checkered, so I'm using that for these trees also. Picked that up at Hobby Lobby, and it's working great. It gives it that little bit of movement in the background, so it almost looks like snow. At least that's what I'm pretending it is, that it's got some snow in the background. Now, I know I could just run up to the store and pick up some buttons, but I was really in the groove and getting creative and getting things done. And if I were to run up to the store, even though the store is only 10-15 minutes away, by the time you motivate and you get there, and then you're going to, oh, well, I'm at Hobby Lobby. I have to go look and see if they got more holiday fabric in, because it's been a couple weeks since I've been there. Oh, let's look at more buttons. Oh, let's go over and look at the pumpkins. And then by the time you get home, you have to do lunch or dinner or chores or whatever, and your day is done. So it was easier and safer for me just to order from Amazon. So I just went ahead and I ordered the buttons from Amazon, and you can get like 100, 200, and I even saw 400 wooden holiday buttons. I actually added some to my wish list for later if you want to go check them out. There are pumpkins and snowman noses and eyes, and I found some ones for the fall, and they also had Easter and everything like that. So there's a lot of fun wooden buttons. The ones I ordered, I wanted to make sure they had snowmen, and they had Santa Claus, and they had little stockings. So I thought they would be really cute hanging from the tree. The only thing I didn't see were like yellow stars to put at the top of the tree, but maybe I'll put a wreath on top of the tree. That would be a little bit different. So these are all done. I changed up the design just a little bit based off of what LaLone did to make it work for me. I know I've made well over 100 half square triangles this year. Considering right here, each of these take 8, so that's 24 right there. So half square triangles, oh, plus the cactus ones, I've made a bunch just this weekend. So these are going to get set aside. I need to get them all quilted. And then the ones that are going to be holiday ones, I think they need to have some red and white stripe binding on it. I want to see if I maybe have some green and white stripe. That would be fun for the one that's just going to stay as a tree. That's a lot of work. I did a lot of playing with green this weekend, but I still have another project that I worked on. Now this project, I did the outer panels previously, so it's the little Barbie bag, the quilted tote bag that I was working on. I made these panels, sewed them together, and I basted them to the fabric and the batting and all of that to get ready to be quilted. I quilted it in my really tight diagonal. I think these are about 1/4 of an inch apart. It's very organic, nothing's really measured. I put a zipper on the outside, and since this was an outside pocket, I used the little Barbie fabric that has the eyeballs in it there. You can see that. So this is just a little small pocket, but it goes all the way down. It's only about 6 inches wide, but it goes all the way down just about to the bottom of the tote. So that's pretty roomy to put your phone or your keys or your sunglasses or something. I still need to put a tassel on it. I decided to go with black handles to pull out the black from here. Plus, I think black handles would be better than white or light pink because it would keep them not necessarily cleaner, but they wouldn't show the dirt as much. No pocket on that side. I have a magnetic closure on it. And then I just did the same, but in the lighter pink of the little faces. And then this time I just have the welt pocket. I thought for this little bag, just the 2 pockets would be enough. This one is a nice deep one. I like for at least one of these pockets to almost go the full width of the bag. And again, I used that white on white checkered fabric because I didn't have the proper pink that would go with this, and I didn't have enough of these fabrics at all to use them as the lining. Plus, I think a nice little white calms down all of the crazy Barbiness that I have on here. So I just took the fat quarters that I purchased and then I cut them up into various sizes on here. Stitch them all together so that there's not a different color bottom or anything like that. It's just the same fabrics. This one will go in the shop once I put a tassel on it and I get pictures. If this is something you're interested in and you don't see it in the shop on Wednesday, just send me a message on Etsy or through my email or something and I'll get it in the shop right away for you. I just need to make sure I get pictures of it first. Of course, put the tassel on, make sure everything's pressed nice and neat, and then get everything listed. So it could take me a little bit. I need to find that chunk of time this week. Monday is all going to be about running errands and getting things like that done. But I want to make a few other totes like this with the same type of style with the different scraps all in it like that. Whether it's maybe all polka dots or if it's all red, white, and blue or if it's all purple fabrics or something like that. Maybe all gray with a pop of pink would be really fun. So today's scrappy word is square. Have you guys been making any half square triangles this weekend? What have you been working on? I've got an abundance of green. I really need to find a new color to work on this week. I've been wanting to make the Barbie for a while, so that is nice. Now going forward into this week, I don't know what I'm going to make, but I do know that we've got a live stream coming up at Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys can come and join me. I am leaning towards playing with some scraps and just maybe working on a figure it out as you go project. So grab some of your scraps or grab a project you're working on and join me this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern for the live stream. And if you can't make it, you can always pop in for the replay because that will always come up right away usually. I know the comments take a little bit, like 24 hours to come up, but you can usually catch the replay as soon as the video is actually done. I was going to make this video as a face-to-face where I'm looking in a camera and you can like see the room behind me and everything. I went up to storage this week and I got a bunch of my mini quilts that I saved off the wall in my previous studio. I packaged them away in a little box all by themselves so I can grab them if I needed them. I put them up on my wall. They fell down. I put them back up on my wall. They fell down. I was using the blue tacky putty for hanging up posters and stuff like that, for the smaller mini ones, and some of those stayed up and some of them didn't. I used the command strips for some of the bigger quilts. Some of those stayed up and some of those didn't. So I didn't get to show you today because I have to fix my wall again. So hopefully next WiP It Wednesday we can have a little face-to-face, get caught up with everything with my life and your life, and then we'll just see what's happening. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!